We got special news. Special news. Let's see. Where's my channel? Let's get to the channel so I can read. Let's get on here. Check, check, check. Check. Where's my peeps? Bro, I got some special news coming up. Special news coming up right here. Fender released a statement in exactly what I've been telling you guys for days. They're going after specific models from specific vendors. All these motherfuckers had it all wrong, and I was the only one telling you because I talked to Fender. All these fucking people are going to backtrack now. Oh my God, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Jonathan Nathan Corda is released a statement from Guitar Player, Guitar World Magazine, and what Fender gave them. I was the only one right. The only one right. You heard it here. I was the only one fucking right here. Oh, there you go, man. So Fender released their statement, exactly what I told you guys. They're only going over specific models from specific builders, like LSL, the Sadakoi, who actually openly admitted they took it from the 1954 model. Everybody is wrong about this, completely. Jonathan Nathan Corda has released a statement from Fender. All these fucking people, all of them have lied. All of them lied to you guys. I also got news for Andy Wood. His live stream might be taken down by Sir. We're going to see how much power I got with Sir. His own endorsement. Oh, Fender's absolutely going to take... Dude, this is going to backfire on all these fucking social media people. I'm starting to think that that might have been the fucking thing from the beginning, is to let them fucking... so they know who was on their side and who were shills and who was loyal. I'm telling you now. Yeah, I said Andy Wood. I called his boss, told him who I was, and he said, I remember you. And I said, listen, it's a bad look for your company. Number one, he lied about the price of the guitar. It's $4,500, not $35. That's called switch and bait. That's illegal, and you would have to sell all the guitars that, and it's his signature guitar, and he should know what the fuck his guitar costs. Number two, you don't bash Fender and then shill your guitar. That's a bad look for Sir. He said, we will have a talk with him. Yes, I said Andy Wood. Let's see if I said, if I were you, I'd make him take the video down. Let's see if that happens. And if Andy wants to play tough guy with me, fuck him. What's up, Torture Board? I'm going all out on this one. I called it from the beginning. I told you guys I talked to Fender and I talked to a bunch of people. Fender, you can look up Fender release statement. Look it up. Oh, well, hey, we could do it together. Hey, let me shut my door so my kid's playing Oculus. Hold on. Let me see if it's even out there, because he was reading it from somewhere. Let me check and see if it's out there. Fender releases statement. Let's see. Fender statement on Cease Guitar World. Here it is, right here. The folk. I told you guys, right here. Fender. The focus is on products that completely replicate the exact body design. Fender is speaking out on its cease and desist strategy. We reveal the company's endgame. Fuck you, guitar player. I already released this. Yeah. Fender might not be declaring war after all, but if its illegal campaign succeeds, the guitar market will change forever. Fender broke silence on its letter for the Stratocaster. The action, Fender's endgame in its cease and desist campaign against S Styles. Let's see. Let's see. It's a long thing. Double cut. See, here's where it says double cutaways. Two horn double cutaways. It's not going after double cutaways or two horn. Instead, the focus is on products that entirely, closely, or completely replicate the exact body design of the Stratocaster itself. According to Fender, third-party guitars may share general design elements of a similar overall layout while remaining clearly distinct. And these are not the issue. It's going after close copies that it considers direct clones. Right there. There you go. And who told you about this days ago? Maybe a week ago. I don't even fucking know how long. I was so sick of all these fucking people. And then Andy did that on his live stream yesterday. He's going to eat crow. He's going to eat crow. I talked to his boss. I had to come on here because I didn't know Fender even released the statement. There you go. It's out. All these fucking YouTube shills lied to you guys. It's out. It's like the Sadakoi by LSL. Man, I hate to be one of these fucking guys that went against Fender. Fender, look at me. So now you guys know, if you doubted me, I told you the truth days ago. Days ago. I told you I talked to Fender. There you go. I hope they fucking sue Philip McKnight. I hope they sue fucking Tim Pierce. I hope they sue fucking Andy Wood. Go after him hard. 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 Go after him. Oh man, I froze down here. Let me unfreeze myself. Oh, the comments are coming in, but my Restream page froze. I can see me up here, but I don't need to see me. Good thing I don't pay much attention to most of them. Yep. Dude, I knew what Fender was doing. I knew it because of what I read and what I researched. And I knew exactly what they were going to do because I knew that whole thing with the Amazon, with those Chinese knockoffs. I knew the eBay thing with the Chinese knockoffs. They're going after exact copies. That means out of China, to protect Squier, which is their number one low budget guitar sold. I knew what they were going to do. That my tone screams. Oh, tennis nuts, you didn't hear this yet. Yeah, this thing sounds great, especially clean. This is a new one, by the way. I picked this up today. If you guys haven't seen it. It's a Fender Tele with Duncans. Yeah, he did a live stream yesterday. It said the F-bomb. He went after Fender hard. He shielded Sir. So this is what I told Sir about him. Listen, you don't bash Fender and then shill Sir. That's a bad look for your company, number one. Take the high road. If you're going to shill your guitar, do it the right way. They agreed. Number two, he misquoted his own fucking guitar. Yeah, I play it. The Schecter? Yeah. So, he misquoted his guitar. His own fucking signature guitar said with $3,500 when it's $45. He lied about that too. Now I said, that's a bait and switch. That's illegal. I go, you're going to have to sell those guitars for $3,500. And they're like, oh no. I'll let you see it up close. It's a beautiful guitar. Badass. Believe it or not, these guitars play and sound fucking incredible too. Again, I'm not endorsed. So it's easy for me to go ahead and tell you guys, hey, this is a great guitar. I'm just telling you, for the price of the money for this, I got this for clearance at Guitar Center for $7.99. The Guitar Center by me has a white one and a wood color one for $7.99. Yeah, it sounds really good. Yeah, Schecter Sun Valley Super Shredder. These are great. Hey, MT, what's up, bro? Hey, MT, tell Ray I have a video on my page. It says Paul Gilbert Sean Lane licks. The thing he does in the Paul Gilbert thing. It's that. But I do a lesson on that. Show it to him. But yeah. So there you go, everybody. I called it days, maybe a week ago. I knew Fender, what they were doing. Oh my God, all these guys. I can't even, I don't even want to be in their shoes. Yeah, Budgie was great. Yeah, Schecters are nice. This guitar a lot. clear up. Somebody had mentioned something. Let me clear up another issue. So somebody questioned me on Jason Becker. I never said Jason Becker was a student at GIT. But Jason Becker has a lot to do with GIT and MIT. He was there for a long time. He was in my classes. So he wasn't in all my classes. He was in a specific class with me and Paul and Marty. Marty Friedman was not a registered student as well. He was like a part-time, I don't even know what the deal with Marty was. He was a part-time student. You have to understand, these were all shrapnel guys. Even I was a shrapnel guy, but not on the label. Paul was friends with Jason, but Jason was writing curriculum that is now studied at GIT. His arpeggios, his sweeps, his technique. You have to remember this. There were no shredder guitar instructors at GIT. We were the upcoming instructors at GIT. I wasn't an instructor, but Paul was doing an apprenticeship so that he could teach there. Nobody could play like Paul, not even the fucking jazz guys. We were ahead. We could play better than the instructors. We went there, and I explained. I went there to learn. I went to University of Miami to get a real degree because it wasn't a degree. It was just a school. And there were guys like Scott Henderson and this and that there. But Jason was not a student. Marty wasn't a student. Registered students were me and Paul. I never said that they were all students in my class. I've never used the word student. I said they were in my class because they were. Jason used to hang out with Marty, but Marty was like a part-time student. Paul was best friends with Jason, not Marty. Marty and Jason played together, but Paul and Jason were best friends. And he was listening to the theory instructors as a shredder and helped the curriculum of GIT and turned it into something that it wasn't. So all these people that want to talk about shit about, that he wasn't, I never said he was a student. He was just a person that was of influence at GIT. He was at AIM in Atlanta. The institute in Atlanta. He went to different institutions that were affiliated with MIT and GIT. So, like, I didn't want to get totally into the story and tell you exactly where we lived and what we ate every day. But a lot of people take things that I'm talking about in general and they want to specific it so that they can go, oh, I got you, man. No, I never said that they were students. I never said that. I said they were in my class because we all hung out together. And if you look it up, you'll see that he hung out there, and it's a part of GIT's curriculum. They study it today, and also it'll tell you about the shred battles. Look up Becker Gilbert shred battles. I was telling you, we always came into class trying to outdo each other. Those were the shred battles. Yeah, he never attended any school as a registered student, but he did attend schools. But because GIT, there was no Paul Gilbert instructor at GIT until after we all left. There was no one that played the shred stuff. There was no Ingve guitar instructor. There was no Randy Rhoads type guitar. It was Don Mock, Scott Henderson, Tedesco. I mean, these were jazz guys, and Robin Ford. There was no shred guys that attended. Shred started. We started shred. Yeah, I met Richie Kotzen a bunch of times. Yeah, he knew Jason very well too. We all did. All of us hung out. We knew Sean Lane. Sean Lane. Russ Parrish went to GIT, and he's not even accredited as a student there, I don't think. But he actually, me and Steven were talking about that. He played bass for Paul Gilbert as a fill-in a couple times. I mean, there's a lot of stories that aren't exactly correct because the 80s didn't have computer systems, and the actual stories were never documented properly. Larry Carlton was there. Yeah, there was a bunch of these jazz guys, but there were no shred guys as instructors. Tony McAlpine, Vinnie Moore, there were no guys that were in there as an instructor that was shred. Paul became an instructor in 86. He was one of the first shred guys as an instructor. There were no shred guys there at 82. '83. We were already playing the shred stuff. We grew up on Yuli John Roth, and Ingve was out, and Paul Gilbert was out, and I was out. There were no other guys. That's why I can play like I do. We were at the forefront of that. But like people want to go into detail. You know what I mean? Paul was like an internship to become an instructor. Nobody could play like Paul. The fucking instructors couldn't play like Paul. The instructors couldn't play like me. They couldn't play like Becker or Friedman. We were already playing that stuff. The Tony McAlpines, the Vinnie Moores. We came from a different era. Those were like old jazz guys, the MIT. It was originally MIT, then turned to GIT, which was housed under a hub. You know, they used us to create GIT. So now it's all out in the open. Oh, you were going to go to GIT? So a lot of people, that's why I said Paul was in my classes. He was a student, but I didn't say Paul was a student. I didn't say Friedman was a student. They were all hanging out. We were in the classes. We hung out. It was we went there and would hang out a lot. The instructors couldn't teach us anything. We were already good. We just went there to learn from other students and other people. That's why I said when I saw McAlpine and Vinnie Moore, I didn't know who the fuck they were. I played for them and then they played my guitar and I was like, hell fuck no. I ain't going here. But that's what it was like. There was no Tony McAlpine giving guitar lessons. There was no Greg Howe giving guitar lessons. That was all after the fact. Yeah. And then but that led to having into the industries, going into the different industries and stuff, like, so, and sometimes, here's the weird thing, sometimes we would not be there. Me and Paul went out on the road for weeks. We weren't even there sometimes for 3 weeks. We would go out for 2 weeks on the road and come back. Sight singing. Well, that's when you hit the pitches. That's why that is true. Sight singing, because one of the big things was learning scales. Now here's the GIT method of learning scales. G A B. So like when you would read it, they would want you to try to transpose the pitch into a vocal, just like a guitar. That is true. How did you know that, Shredder? But I mean, there's so much that went on there. I can't tell you everything. Shane Therrett, he's another one that went to GIT. Yeah, he's a great fucking player. He's got a YouTube channel. I didn't know that. He was there when I was there. Shane Therrett, he's the real deal, bro. I saw that. I was like, how the fuck you know about Sean? And there was I'm trying to think of the other. There was another instructor, Becker, there too. But was it Jason? Everyone, uh, was it Dick Becker? Another jazz guy. Don Mock, Robin Ford. Even guys like Frank Gambale that taught there, they didn't teach until later on. Even though they hung out there all the time when they were off the road, because it became a big cesspool of. It was like a fucking bar of guitar players. Yeah, Sean he's the real deal, man. He's got chops. He's a really good player. He was more on the bluesy side. He was like a bluesy shred player, but Sean was more into jazz too. Sean was really good with sight reading and charts. Sean's really good with charts, sight reading. He got into the jazzier side. He's really good, man. No, Dan Gilbert? No, I don't remember him. Frank Gambale, that was the name you couldn't remember? Yeah, I got to play with him a bunch of times. Frank Gambale. He was the one. So here, Frank Gambale wasn't an instructor there, but it was like Holsworth. He wasn't an instructor there either. I took private lessons from Holsworth outside of GIT because he was better than anyone there. But it was the same thing with Frank Abali. He came in. He goes, "Oh, you know, they say you're really good." Alan told me, and I'd be like, "Okay." And he's like, "You want to jam?" I'd be like, "No, no." I knew how good he was. I seen him play. He would come up. A lot of these guys would come in and do like I don't know what you call them, exhibitions or talk about theory. A lot of these guys hung around there and they were like guests. I guess that's how you could put it. Guests of guests of guests. Yeah, Jason and Marty were. So Jason and Marty, everything happened through Mike Varney. Mike Varney was a record label, and he was a part of GIT and he created GIT into the Shred Academy because it was not that. He found a bunch of hot shredders because the 80s were happening, and he helped to get us into GIT. Yeah, yeah. Those guys are fucking incredible guitar players. That's why I said, like we would sit around and I'd be like, Paul would do, and then I would be like, like so where did I get that? I started my string skipping years ago. And I'd go, yeah, fuck you, Paul, try that. And then he'd come out and go, well, you try this. So we were always trying to one better. But the person we couldn't keep up with was Becker. We couldn't keep up with him. And Paul was very intrigued on how Jason played and figured his stuff out. Jason wasn't a string skipper per se, but that's why I said his melodic tones when he soloed with his arpeggios and stuff, it was the best I've ever seen. He had a weird brain. That's why I said he could mimic everything. Yeah, and that was the thing. There were no like real degrees from there. You got a certificate of completion. You didn't get a fucking. It wasn't college credited. That's why when I got out of there, I went to University of Miami, and Steve Morris said, "What do you?" He said, "Play this," and he goes, "You're from GIT. Play this." And I sight read it, and it was like I don't know, some kind of concerto. And he goes, "What are you doing here?" I go, "I don't have a degree, man. GIT is bullshit." He's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "It's like a certification that you completed courses. That it's not a college credited academy back then. I don't know if it is today." So I went to University of Miami and got a degree, and that's where I met Steve Morris, and his brother was a drummer. Same thing. I know people that teach in the summer academies at University of Miami, and they call themselves University of Miami guitar instructors. Technically, they are, but they're not accredited instructors. They just run summer programs, kind of like Bad Brad did a summer online course with fucking Berkeley. You know what I mean? It's not a real course. I mean, it's a real course, but it's not like going to school there. You know what I mean? It's like an extra curriculum fucking course. Yeah, my degree helped. Once I got University of Miami. Because when I went there, I ended up getting other degrees. I got a degree in psychology. I got a degree in biology. It helped. It definitely helped. I gotta adjust the telly. I gotta straighten the neck out. It helped me get into the music industry because one of the first jobs I did, is it's kind of like we were talking about rolling cubes earlier. I don't know if any of you guys remember this. Shredder knows, but do you know when the rolling cube actually came out? Do you have any idea? Take a guess, Shredder. The original rolling cube. Do you know when that came out? Let's see. Well, we're gonna test Shredder's history, the brain. Yeah, they were honorary rolls. I gotta tell you, this is the stupidest fucking jack idea I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna get a different pick guard, and I'm gonna put the jack in the bottom. Jack in the box, jack in the bottom. Yeah, he's the arpeggio king. But so now Becker is the one that showed me. He was the one showing me patterns inside the arpeggios. He's like, dude, you play your scales like that. He goes, put those patterns inside your arpeggio. You cheated? Yeah, 79, 78. There you go, Scott. Very good. Because a lot of people say you played a role in Cube when you auditioned for Ozzy. They weren't out until the 80s. Bullshit. They were out in 78, 79. I didn't know the exact year, though. I knew about when. What's up, Edmund? Like getting a degree from the guitarologist for crying about stupid shit. He's another Schiller that's gonna. Did he talk shit about Fender? I tell you what, these guys are gonna fucking hate what Fender does to them. I even told Fender, you guys need to get with Guitar Center and go after these fucking shills. Anyone that showed a cease and desist letter, anyone that talked about boycotting Fender or hurting Fender, they should sue them fucking for a lot. And what they should do is go after fucking YouTube and fucking cancel all their channels. Thanks, Edwin. I really think that they should put pressure on YouTube to cancel these fucking shills. Have an idea moment. Dude, they got an 11 rack at fucking Guitar Center for $160. Should I buy it? I never played through the 11 rack. Is it any good? Yeah, that was the only thing. And my MXR pedal was noisy as fuck, so I had to continuously roll off my volumes all the time. But when I would play Crazy Train, by the way, the bend is off the 4th fret if anyone wants to know. You bend it to the A. Just so you know. You like yours? I might buy that. Oh, he didn't make a Fender video? Yeah, well, he's going to be pissed when Amazon gets fucking bitch slapped for selling all those knockoffs. They're going to go after Amazon and eBay hard, but that's why Fender and Cervico bought Reverb to control that. They're going to go after... So I knew by the sale of Reverb what they were already intending to do, and then my conversations with them about going after exact copies. Because I even gave them advice for the street smarts for in the court. And you guys know, the police lineup, you cover them. If you say the word Strat and they're that identical, doesn't matter. Done. And Guitar Center, Gibson opened up the pathway for this last year by winning against Dean. And then I had some guy said, oh, Dean could still produce the V. And I go, yeah. I go, no, they can't. And I copied it and sent it to him. These people are so stupid, and they listen to all these shillers that they have no idea what they're talking about. It's sad. Juke and Jerry. There's a new fucking ice cream right there. Jupe and Jerry. Oh, yeah, baby. Holland Jazz Chorus. Hell yeah, man. That's a great amp, too. So I said, oh my God, Fender released a statement. I got to go live and tell everybody. I said it first, motherfuckers. I was like, and I even posted on Corda's page. I told you about this the other day, bro, and you didn't fucking listen to me. Funny shit, funny shit. He made a members only video America's done or something. Oh, Fender released a statement today, Jerry. It's right here. Let me read it for the. I forget that some people come in late. They released exactly what I said they were going to do. Oh, what am I doing? Not there. Is it Google? Let's see. Okay, in a statement obtained by Guitar World, Fender explains it's not concerned with going after all two-horned or double cutaway guitars as been speculated online. As speculated online, which means the YouTube shills. Fuck you, YouTube shillers. Instead, the focus is on products that either closely or completely replicate the exact body design of the Stratocaster itself. According to Fender, third-party guitars may share general design elements of a similar overall layout while remain clearly distinct. I told you guys, the PRS Silver Sky is good. I told you they're not going after them. All right here. You can look up the statement yourself. Yeah. Yep. And they're going to go after boutique builders that are making exact copies like the LSL Satakoi. They're not going after them with everything. And LSL is fucking scamming people, taking fucking GoFundMe, thinking that they're going to be put out of business by legal costs. All you got to do is adhere to a cease and desist letter and stop making the Satakoi so fucking exact. They don't even have to discontinue it. They can take the body shape and redefine it and change all the pickup configurations or whatever they have to do. But they can still make the Satakoi, but it has to be altered more. So all that shit with LSL and Tim Pierce, all fucking scams. I told you guys, don't trust a fucking shiller. Don't trust these fucking people. Yep, they create drama for views. You got that right, John. Clickbait motherfuckers. So who are you going to trust now? Andy Wood or me? Tom B or me? Philip McKnight or me? I got the inside information. And I'm telling you right now, Andy Wood's fucking shilling yesterday with the Sir guitar. He lied about the price. It's $45. He don't even know the price of his own guitar. How does he not know what he makes? $3,500? Oh no, it's 45. Well, you better have a talk with Andy because he stated it was $3,500 on his show. What? Yeah, so that's bait and switch. That's illegal, number one. You're gonna have to sell him all for that. That's his signature guitar. He can't say he didn't know. He's a fucking endorsee, sir. That's his guitar. So now you got Andy Wood fucking lying about the price of his guitar. And I told Sir, it doesn't look good bashing on Fender and then shilling your endorsed guitar. That looks like an opportunist. That doesn't look good for your company. You should have a talk with Andy. And I said, and on top of that, I'm so and so and so and so. You can tell him I said you're welcome. I said, I recommend you tell him to take his video down. We'll have to see what happens with that. I guarantee his boss is talking to him tonight. Because I said, don't piss off some Fender dude who's going to go in and buy fucking 10 of those guitars. I said, I can buy 20 of them right now and not even fucking blink an eye. I go, 20 of them at $1,000 loss is 20 grand out of your pocket. He goes, oh, no. He goes, I will. I'll have a talk with him. I go, that's why you don't put politics of feeling into stuff. You just let that play out in courtroom and you just say, like if I'm endorsed by Fender, this is a great product. Quality control could be an issue sometimes, but you know what? They got a great customer service. They address you right away, and they'll work with you. The Astro Boy? What, this guitar? Or the hat? This is Bendy. That's my Bendy hat. And me, unlike Andy Wood, so I've called Andy Wood out a bunch of times for lying about my video and what I did. He's a fucking liar. Are you? Logic Pro Mac? But can you use that with like a guitar head, or is it like, does it have heads in it, or is it just like an effects thing? The Rack 11. Can you just use that with a power amp? Does it get cabs and heads in it? Like the Digitex stuff, like the 1101? Oh, Astro Boy is Bad Brad. No, that was Andy Wood. Oh, Bad Brad's in. See, Bad Brad started backing off that shit too. They all did. Greg Koch started. I told him I had dinner with. I explained this. I had dinner with Paul Gilbert. Paul was pissed off that I didn't go to the show. And he goes, why? I go, because I told him I'm not going to go to a show where a guy bashes Fender and tells bullshit lies, 27 custom shops, and then shills his fucking guitar. When you go see guitar players of guitar players, those are the shred guys that are going to see Paul. The Fender guys that love Yngwie, that love Paul Gilbert, the Ibanez Fender guys. And you got him opening up, that's going to hurt ticket sales. And then you look like an opportunist. I go, think about that. I told that to the Sir guy. He goes, yeah, that's not good. I go, so I was pissed off. So he had to backpedal and do a video on that. Because I said, Paul, you're going to lose ticket sales with his fucking rants. Tell him to keep his political bullshit out of it. I said, that's not how you shill a fucking item. Think about it. When you see a Lexus commercial or a fucking Toyota or Mercedes commercial, you should buy a Mercedes G1000. Why? Because Toyota sucks. Could you imagine if commercials look like that? How come social media people, when they shill or they're advertising for companies, don't think that way? Well, when I look at commercials and they sell product, they list why it's great. It's ranked number 2 in safety feature, number 1 on the, you know what I mean? Why don't they? Yeah, he reps Ibanez, but the thing is, you got a jackass that is going to put people off, because a lot of people that shred play Fenders because of Ingve. That was the whole thing, Ingve and Paul Gilbert. So now you have these Fender guys that are going to be pissed off because of Greg Koch saying shit about Fender and pushing a reverend. But you know, Paul plays blues, but he will play some of the shred stuff at these shows. He don't play just blues. But I told him that's going to overall hurt ticket sales. So Paul put an end to that right away. Dipped in Tone made a video clearly showing that they were sponsored by Sweetwater. They trashed Fender for an hour. Yeah, all those people are going to be, they're going to find out who's loyal and who's not. They should sue fucking Shred. They should sue that whole channel. I'd sue them for a fucking $1 million in damages. Yeah, the traffic song. Yeah, and they're all just shilling and they're all talking shit for clicks because it only helps their channel so that they don't have to work real jobs. That's why I said I wish they would unmonetize everybody. You know, because the money thing starts to corrupt people. Just fucking tell them they're. Just fucking do away with it and watch how many of them fucking start telling the truth. That's why I got nothing to lose. I tell the truth. What the fuck am I gonna? I buy Fenders. I play Fenders. I play PVs. I play Jackson. I play Charvel. I got Gibsons. I'm not a fucking snob. I'll tell you that I'll play anything. I'm not getting rid of my fucking Fenders because fucking dipshit Tim Pierce was afraid of losing his fucking LSL endorsement because he got feelings hurt that they got a cease and desist letter over the Sadakoi because it's an exact fucking copy and they admit to ripping it off on their webpage. Here, I can show you. Let's see if they still got it up. If they still got it up, they're fucking idiots because I even said something on their thing. Yeah, there's a clickbait pedal. LSL. Ooh, they might have changed it. Uh-oh. They might have listened to me. Let me check their other site. Nope. Right here. When Lance decided to make the S-Style, he figured it would be best to start at the beginning, 1954. Sadakoi wasn't out in 54. Oh, wait. He was lucky enough to get his hands on a really real Holy Grail kind of guitar that was loaned to him. It was number 1055 and it was and still a honey of a guitar. We couldn't have a better example. We worked hard to get the same vintage tone and feel with a few improvements along the way. Our body shape is slightly different. From their own page. They admit to fucking stealing it. And look at it. You don't. Does that look like a Fender? Fuck yeah, it looks like a Fender. Sue those motherfuckers. I'd take them for everything. A clone, the clickbait pedal. Oh, can I do one? No, I don't have. Wait a second. Can I do one right here in front of you guys? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Do I have it? No, I don't have it on here. Ah, damn it. Do I have it on this phone? I bet this one's dead, though. Yeah, that one's dead. Yeah, they're good guitars. I've never walked in and like, have you ever just walked into a shop on your last 10 purchases of a guitar, or 5 purchases, pick up the first guitar? Now what? Fender released a statement, Cool Breeze. Exactly what I said. They're going after specific copies, not all S styles. All these shillers are 100% wrong. They released a statement 4 hours ago or 6 hours ago. Yeah. So I've never walked into a store, picked up the first guitar I saw, and go, wow, let me buy this. Have any. The only one actually is the PRS Telly. I picked it. I wasn't looking for it, but I picked it up. It wasn't the first guitar. But I go, oh, I was looking at these. Let me try it. And then I plugged it in into a fucking 5150, and I was like, damn. And I bought it. That's custom shop. That guitar didn't play. The Gus G I had to set up. It didn't play well. This played well. That played well. That played well. That played well. But I wasn't looking for those. I never walked in and found a guitar and go, "Oh, that's the one." Right off the bat. I don't know anyone that picked up one guitar and just walked right up to the register. I'll take it. That's the idea. You go in and you try a bunch of various guitars out for what you're looking to do, and you make the best possible choice for your situation. I don't understand why people are going to bash other company. Oh, the string height was too high on the custom shop. No shit. They set them all up differently. The first album was a. I know, I know he used the Ibanez Destroyer, and I know he used some kind of Gibson, but it wasn't really a Gibson. I think he took the 59 PAF out. He had a 59. He had a real 59, but I don't think it was on the Van Halen album. I think he took that pickup out and put it in something else. I can't remember. I never asked him about that. Yeah, they make $10,000 a month, so they want to create shit on YouTube. It's shilling. I'm surprised Tom ain't jumping all over this. He's gonna benefit. I told you guys, Fender's cream of the crop. They ain't going after all that, so buy my Fenders. I don't know much of my history. Can I tell? I've played with Expose. I've written songs for everybody in the industry that you can name. I consult for all the labels. I play with Dave Spitz from Black Sabbath and Patrick from Ingve, as of now. And my old singer Joey Scar, who played with stuff like Shotgun Messiah and other bands. I like stuff like that. I've done shows with everybody from Steelheart, Rocklahoma, all those XYZ. I'm friends with George Lynch, Terry XYZ. I know pretty much everybody. My favorite one, probably my purple. I don't know. Probably my purple Strat behind me. I retired my Kiesel. The Kiesel's put away. That the Kiesel, my white Kiesel that is in most of my videos, hanging on the wall. I put that. I retired it. I signed it and put it away. That guitar's between that and my purple over there. Those are the two main guitars that are on most of the tracks that I've ever done for pop and country and mostly pop people. But I mean that this is a beautiful guitar. I can play. I can play it. I don't even think it's locked down. I don't remember. I got a nice Moneric over there, one of 30 made. That's a cool guitar. That's probably my Moneric is probably one of my coolest guitars. There's only 30 of them in the world. Number 12, I think, or 14. Let's see, is this locked? No. Probably out of tune. So this is completely tricked out. It's got two fendless, noiseless. Let me see if I turn this the right way. Two fender noiseless. It's got a Pearly Gates in there, and it's got a Floyd with a Daytona. It's a Fender with a custom paint job. Yeah, this is one of my favorite. Do I know Jakey Lee? I know his cousin. I've talked to Jake. It needs new strings though. Raise live. Yeah. I gotta put new strings and tune it up. The strings are dead. But I was thinking about retiring this one too, because they're on a list. Let's see if I can pull this off. This thing's so heavy. No, I ain't pulling that off. This is probably the heaviest guitar I own. So all the hardware is 24 karat gold. They call it the Les Paul Gold. As it was hanging straps off of it. I got number 12. Or where am I? I don't know if you could see that. The purple Strat? No, you can't have that, bro. JHS just got your channel deleted? How'd they get your channel deleted? How did they delete your channel? Did you what? Because what did you do? Did you post something about JHS as far as the? I got a noise warning at 2 a.m. a couple of days ago. Everyone in the house went in to Orlando but me. Oh, really? Yeah, this guitar. Neat strings too. But it is a cool guitar. Heavy as fuck though. That's all real mirror and stuff. Don't rip the speaker cables out though. And let me put the fender back up so I don't step on it. Damage control. Damage control. But same thing. I love my Les Pauls. This is a Les Paul custom, but it's my custom. I designed it. Can I get it over? Like I said, I'm not a snoob. Man, it's dirty. I need to clean this bad boy. This has all the copper in there and stuff. So Les Paul Studio I had custom made. JHS is the king of shrills. I don't watch most of them. Oh, you said he was a fat ass flapped face, and he was a fraud. EVO glue wire. I've said some stuff to him in the past about certain things. I don't remember what we had discussions about, but he did agree with me. I don't remember what the discussion was. JHS, they had the orange pulp, that was okay. They had the angry, what was the angry something overdrive, that was all right. Other than that, you know, he's got a couple good pedals, but I wouldn't. He's got a lot of pedals. He just does okay with them. But he's another guy that builds his own pedals and then wants to say that they're best and the other pedals suck. Yeah, he's another shiller. Talk about how bad other pedals are and how his pedals are better. I don't get that. Sorry, itch. I'm gonna do it again. You're gonna do it again. Don't get yourself completely banned, bro. some point, like I said, like I can call. See, here's the thing, Jerry. I can say stuff about the guys that are shilling, and that they're gonna get blowback, and because I was actually correct. I was correct in what I said. So what YouTube needs to do is they need to eliminate that shit because it's just hearsay. Nobody know. It's kind of like, I watched where Trump was saying that nobody knew his policy. They weren't in on the phone call. And I have to agree with that to an extent. It's like the cease and desist letters. They're only reading one letter from one supplier, but there was a specific model named in that letter. And I'm sure there was more than one page. This is where it gets fucking way out of control. Germanium. Yeah, that's a basic overdrive circuit. Listen, he's not recreating sound. I'm sorry. JHS is a good pedal company with some of the stuff they do, but you know what I mean? He's mad over the Kemper and the Fractal stuff. Listen, I'm playing Fractal direct. This is no cabs, no tubes. That still hurts my finger. Ooh. I can't play that. Rick Beato's a fraud. His band failed. His studio failed. His record label failed. His management company failed. He never mentions the word spec deal. He just watched some of my videos and started talking about Taylor Swift and showed her dad, talking about how the rich only make it. I've been saying this for a while. Post Malone had connections into the Hollywood industry. I even told you how his dad bought shares on Spotify to boost him up, and an A&R person looked at it and goes, holy shit, he jumped up, and they go, oh, it's not bad, and they signed him. I've told everything on this, and now you're going to have these big guys copy the small channels. It's because I'm in the industry, they're not. I never heard of Rick Beato. I never knew who the fuck he was. I know everybody, especially the 80s guys and 90 guys. He's my age. Nobody's ever heard of him. Jerry's brutal. Yeah. Yeah, tubes are great in person. But the problem with the tube thing is it goes into a digital board, into an arena. Nobody can hear the fucking tubes. You can't feel the tubes. They're too far away. Maybe a small club, if you can turn them up and just mic it a little bit, just to get it in the PA a little. Kind of like a snare mic in a small club. You still got to mic the snare so that you can get a little reverb on there and get that echoey sound. But you're not going to turn the snare up because it's already loud in the club. You just want it to sound like an echo. Where it's coming through with like a delay, and then you get that little reverb in there. Same with the kick. You want the kick. You don't need other mics in a small club. That's it. Everything else will pick up. Your hi-hat, that'll all pick up because they're such high pitch. They're going to cut through all the bass frequencies. So there's a lot of stuff about that. Yeah, testify before Congress. And who called him? Some jackass on Congress that doesn't know dick about music, right? Because they're going to say what the Congress guy says. And it might even be somebody from his home where he's living in Atlanta. Wasn't Atlanta a problem at one time with their Congress? I think so, right? I know Atlanta's got all kinds of fucking issues. So that's the thing, man. And I figured I'd come on here. I can't. That's why I came back. So if you don't know who I am, 2 years ago, my channel I didn't my channel was dormant for 13 years. Not one video. All the subs left. It got debotted, desubbed by YouTube. There was 100 people left on my channel. My kid after, and I didn't even do it during COVID. I should have fucking did my channel during COVID. I probably would have had 5 million subs like Rick, but I would have had to pay for 2 million of them. But they, I was watching my kid because he was younger a couple years ago, and I saw what YouTube became, and he was telling me about this Ryan's World was worth $60 million, and I'm like, how do you know? You're like 6, 7 years old. And so I started looking into it, and I never paid attention because I was too busy writing for people on the labels. And then I was like listening to some of the guitar stuff. I'm like, Ola England is big? Dude, he never even showed his face when I had 200,000 subs in the beginning of YouTube. Marco Fanton and all these guys, they were always coming on my channel asking me questions. Oh, voter fraud? Yeah, be careful with those tubes, man. It's the transformer. And that's another thing. No one listens to me. You can have a great sounding amp, but if you want it to sound really fucking good, you change the transformer. You get a Weber, or you get like a one that holds, because that's where all the power is harnessed in the transformer. Good transformer. Hey, what's up, Dragon City? How you doing, brother? Oh, really? You got zapped by your 5150? I was just Dragon City. I don't know if you heard, but Guitar World came out with the statement from Fender that I've been talking about for the last week because I've been talking to Fender. So they're going after specific models, the vintage sound and vintage look guitar, like the Sadako LSL, the crybaby. This is all these guys are gonna get bit in the ass, all of them, all of them. It's because they don't know what they talk about. They're all shills, trying to shill their channel. By the way, Taylor was on my Facebook the other day, and he got an offer from a company for a buyout because he has that kind of big company. I told him sell it, retire, sell that shit. Whoops. Dragon City. If you haven't seen Dragon City, please check him out too. He was gonna play with Quiet Riot. I don't remember if that was before or after me. I think that was before me, bro. Yeah, that's when Kevin DeBro was alive, right? So that was I had filled. I did some fill-in shows when he was, because when they took the long hiatus and Carlos was out, I filled in a couple times. But then you were supposed to play with him then, right? So Dragon City's the real deal as well. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. Oh, you heard? You heard the the fucking guitar, dude. All these fucking chills on YouTube are fucking backtracking. Oh my god! Oh my god! I called Andy Wood's fucking boss. It's Sir. Tennis nuts. I called his fucking boss. Oh, your dad had a TV repair shop? Does he got an awesome set of tools? Yeah, climate may be good for Taylor. Dude, it's fucking hot here. It's brutal. I'm even farther south, more at the rounded part. It's brutal, and today was brutal. I don't know how I'm still got some weight on me. I I walk outside and I sweat like 5 pounds. I come in and I drink like like a fish. You gotta be careful, especially if you drink beer or alcohol in Florida this time of the year. Man, that's crazy. Look at that. Finger just got caught. I smashed my finger, Dragon. I smashed it in the door. I've been playing better, but I'm still sloppy, though. I need practice. I need some lessons from you, bro. I even put a call out to Alex Hutchings. I'm like, bro, if you ever come to Florida, I'd love to do a video with you. I'll have me, you, Beast, and Patrick play, and I'll try to keep up with you. Alex Hutchins is a beast too, man. That 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 boy can play. I got an awesome set. My dad's a TV repairman. I got an awesome set of. He's got an awesome set of tools. I can fix it. All right. What's he saying? He says, I forget what he says in that. First I'm gonna shit, then I'm gonna. I can't remember what he says in that movie. I love that movie. Send you some heat and humidity. I'm gonna come up in I think around August to you, pawn shop. I'm gonna go see Doc, so maybe I'll get Doc. I don't think I could get him on a live stream. I don't know. I might be able to live stream just with the iPhone. I'll bring him fucking mic stand. I don't care. I'll get Doc to do it. Hang out. I'll hang out at Doc's fucking shop, dude. We'll kick back some fucking tequila. Oh, for you guys that don't know who Doc is, he used to be the drummer for Sabotage. I forget that. See, that's a wacko thing about me. I told you guys 100 times. Sometimes I forget who my friends are. Like, you should just know who it is. Full set of vintage tube testers and a homemade electromagnet. Oh, Magnite? Yeah. What are you blowing up, Edwin? Training buckets? Oh, yeah? So I know the rain will be here in 2 or 3 days. What's up, Mark? You're late, bro. Oh, you've been here for a while? Always late. But you're always late, but the first in line. Because you're the last in line. I forgot how to play that too. Well, I gotta go see some people, but I was thinking about coming up to go see Joe. I think he said he was playing in August, right? I might just don't tell him. I might sneak in there. Just show up at the show with my kid. Then I gotta go see my buddy Vincent. Then maybe pawn shop and over to go see Doc. I have some unfinished business. Maybe I should take a ride to Tennessee. I'm just kidding. I can't play no more. Almost forgot the arpeggios. Yeah, I play them differently. You never bought from Sweetwater? Yeah, if you look, I think I have a lesson on the C major 7. And I do it with the slide. They taught us at GIT to use the slide. D major 7. Whoops. I don't play them like that now, so I do everything by pattern and position. So, like, if I start on E, I might go to a B. Like that. Sometimes I'll mix diminishing here too. Whole tone. Dude, well, we learned the arpeggios from was Jason. There were no shredders there. You know, some of the jazz guys knew arpeggios, but not the way we played them. So they would have us do they would tell us to play between the B, A, and E, which E is the 5 to the 1 to the 1, and then the B there was no. You had the F sharp diminished in there. So they would make us moving around. Oh, harmonizing them? Yeah. Oh, Anderson Mall? Is that where that is? Anderson Mall? Joe? Yeah. Paul's really good. Yeah. Yeah, and they're all triads, you know. So you got your triad of E minor triad. Then you invert it. And then you got G major in the E minor. Haven't done that forever. Les Paul sucked to do that with. Let me change guitars. I need a shreddy guitar. I need a shreddy guitar. hard to do that stuff on. I need a Charvel or a Jackson. Don't drop that on the Kemper, please. Let's see. I can get. Let me see Joe's. You know, the other thing too is when you're playing arpeggios, it's better to have like a lighter gauge string and a lighter gauge pick. I have stiff picks. Stiff. I can't sweep anymore. That's the problem. I suck at sweeping. I really suck at sweeping. I'm like a hack. I'm a hack. Ah, man. Go back to school, Chris. Oh, man, that's horrible. Yeah, I had the 9. Yeah, I tried to. I only can sweep my porch. The only good things I can sweep now. You need to run by. Get a swifter. Yeah, I can't sweep like I used to. I used to be able okay at it. You know, some of the people I used to do this one where that one was okay. But then you start doing that and you start sounding like Yngwie kinda. That's why I stopped doing it. Cause I sucked. No, because back in the 80s, Yngwie was really popular. So like even those scale patterns, all the fours. Yngwie does sweep some donuts off the plate. Oh, don't take all your risks? I suck at it, bro. You probably kill me on sweeps. Yngwie does sweep a lot of donuts. Actually, he lost a lot of weight. I think he's back on the sauce. The butter. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, Yngwie does, like a lot of people don't understand. He does. So when he plays his scale, he does pick, but he picks a lot of it. But it's not really a super fast scale. You have the pedal tones. I can't do those no more either. Ah, man. The fuck is wrong with me? Maybe I'm looking at it? Yeah, I don't practice sing very much anymore. I can just do that. Yeah, I'm on again. No, Fender came out with a statement, so I wanted to come on to tell everybody we were right. They were all wrong. I told you guys so days ago. I said it's out of sight where you're at. So for days I've been telling you that they're going after specific looking guitars, and this whole fucking internet thing got blown out of proportion. And Fender released a statement, and like even Jonathan Nathan Corda, he came out with the statement and read it tonight. I said, bro, I fucking told you that yesterday. Nobody wants to listen because they're fucking hard-headed and they want their shill. They want to fucking clickbait everybody. Let's see. But I can't play Yngwie, so I don't give a fuck. Ah. Maybe I should change the string. The drama. Oh, you're really late? Ah, you're not that late. I don't even know when I came on. I can't even tell you anymore. But you'll see me trying to fuck up Yngwie really. I do fuck up Yngwie really good. I don't even know what kind of speed he does it at anymore. He probably does it about that speed, right? Let's see. I don't even know what speed he does it at. Yeah, I hope Fender sues them all, bro. Man, that's hard to play for me now. I haven't played any Yngwie stuff in a long time. On what style? Yngwie always has only good things to say about Holsworth. What do I think his perspective is on that style of music? Honestly, I think Yngwie thinks it sucks. Oh man. What happened, blue guitar? He got nailed copying the fucking Fender headstock exact and got a cease desist. But that headstock thing was from years ago. So he jumped in trying to act like that was a new thing, and that's an old thing. Fucking trying to get in the news, get some fucking product relevant again. I've been trying to get a hold of Soto. I I I have his manager's numbers, but I for some reason I they call me and I miss it. I call them and it gets missed. I wish and I've asked Jason to give me his number, but Jason knows better because he won't have a singer. Yeah, yeah. I don't think Ingve likes Holsworth playing. I I really don't. Ingve is all about Ingve. He might be okay. He might say stuff like yeah, he's a great, but I don't. Ingve don't like nobody's playing but his own. I hate to say that. Oh, paranormal in the house. Don't worry, bro. Yeah, you can watch it from the beginning with the high pedal tone. Yeah, it's everything's like fours. One. This one is just. Yeah, I don't play that stuff no more. Hardly. I can't even remember my own songs, let alone Ingve. I just know certain patterns and stuff that he does. You know, like I fucked that up too. See, I can do but like that's the neoclassical stuff, kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna play with Joe. I'm just gonna surprise him. I wouldn't do that to Joe. I would like you to hear our new song though. I can't. You can send it to my email, jittboy@yahoo.com, because it's got a copy of the date you sent it, so there's nothing I could do with it. I'll remix it in AI and then claim that the master's mine. Dude, don't mix it that way. Marching Out was the peak. You know, honestly, there was some stuff that I liked, like I'll See the Light Tonight. I'll see the light. He had some great songs later on, but for me, Ingve's best work was with Alcatraz, like Islands in the Sun and stuff. I really loved that album with Ingve, with Graham Bonnet. Yeah, if you want to send it, it's jittboy at Yahoo. I'd take a listen. You know, that's the one thing that I gotta say about Ingve. Out of all the shred guys like that play that neoclassical, he had really good feel. Like he knows where to put stuff to make it sound good. I Am a Viking is great too. Yeah, Trilogy I liked. Do you anything at a I give you? Huh? Do you anything in AI game? Fire and Ice was great too, man. If an AI clones, but nobody can actually play with the exact feel and timing, it's true there. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of AI Ingve, not AI Ingve clones. There's a lot of Ingve clones, but they don't have his feel. Like I like Chris and Pelletieri as fast as he can play, but he don't have the feel of Ingve. Ingve just knew where to put it to make it sound good. Like if he was going. Like his phrasing was so good. Like he had a rolling legato too, but nobody talks about that like that. And he would do it like he did it with these three fingers. I can't do it like the way he does it. Yeah, Michelangelo has no feel. That's why I like to put the shred with the blues, you know that. It sounds better to me. You know what I mean? It just sounds better that way. Like even stupid like that. That just sounds better to me. We don't like MAB around here. He's a good guitar player. I just don't like his style. I think he loses feel. It's like Andy Wood. Andy Wood's a phenomenal technical guitar player, but he doesn't play with intent. He doesn't play with fire. He plays with speed. So what I mean by that is like, some people have like snap in their pick. You're gonna have like that. There's no like intent. It's just like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I use a lot of that. Oh, 8? Marty Freeman and his boyfriend are tying the knot. That's funny. I'm gonna tell Paul. Somebody write Becker. That's a good question. How many of you guys have a guitar in your hand while you're watching live streams? Personally, I don't. Like if I, only if I'm like on a live stream. But like if I watch other live streams, I don't have a guitar. I've and here's the thing that like I always find it interesting to watch other guitar players. I don't care how good you are. Somewhere along the line, you're gonna play a fucking cool lick that I never saw, and I'm gonna steal it. Yeah, Holsworth. After you heard Holsworth for 10 minutes, he was predictable. Lane, he Lane just would play anything off the cuff. He didn't even like Lane would just go for it. Sean Lane, he just sometimes it sounded like shit, but sometimes you would be like he would pull shit off and you'd go holy shit. I go dude, what was that like? He goes I don't know. I just played it. I'm making you want to quit. No, bro, you got to get better than me. Yeah, that's the thing. I want everybody to learn from how I take other people's licks. Like I was showing that Ingve lick with the Nuno lick. You know, it's just he just leaves this note off with the second, but it's a minor third, first string, and a minor third on the third. That's harmonic. So that's Nuno. So you take that lick and then you start creating your own licks. That's what I've been doing. Like I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff you guys see that you've never seen before, except me doing it. But you know, like the stuff where you're like, well, I don't think Sean was like the greatest guitar player in the world, like people claim. Sean was good. What I liked about Sean is he was unpredictable. Some nights I've never seen him play so shitty that I would go, he sucks. But there were some things that Sean did that you would be like, it was so far out there. Like his brain didn't work normal either, but he would do stuff that was so fucking far out there. It didn't sound good. You did 5 minutes ago. Gear tubers surprising like this. Yeah, I mean he was like really talented. Who's the other guy? Johnny Highland. Johnny Highland is like Sean Lane, but more conservative. They play very similar and like they can go really deep if they wanted to, but Johnny Highland is really reserved and he's more tasty that way because he doesn't play stuff where you would go, wow, that was really crazy, but I didn't like it because that was so far out there. The note choices just didn't work for me. But I mean that's I'm sure there's stuff that guitar players watch that I do and they go, I don't like that. You know, so it's kind of a hard, tough thing, you know, to say that like there's stuff Eddie Van Halen did. Like I didn't like the trill picking. I really didn't. I didn't like that. I thought it was cheesy. EVH and Ingve, yeah, it's kind of like a Nuno. You were a kid, you always figuring out, learning enough musically, technically to do whatever you wanted. Yeah. That's what that 14 even worse. So like you know, th- coming up with your own licks, like Sean did the five thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the next one down. 1, 2, 3, 4. He does that fast and it sounds cool, but I can't do it like him. Oh, I'm off. So I would do it. I took it what he did because I didn't really. It was a cool lick, but it wasn't. It didn't please me, and I thought being choppier sounded cooler to me. So that I like that choppiness. What's up, Gene? Oh shit, I forgot to call you again. Fuck, man. Gene, you might have to call me. I'm gonna try to call you tomorrow, Gene. I'm gonna have to put it on a timer. Call Gene. Yeah, it's fun as a kid, but then you see how cheesy it is. And then, kind of like Mick Mars. I hated Mick Mars doing this. I was like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, stop it. H1 Strat. I use 10 EVH 10s. It's my last endorsement. This is my last year. In December, it's up. And I ain't good enough to have any more endorsements. I don't. And I'm glad I don't have any endorsements. I'm not fucking on any albums. Yeah, I hate it. So like for me, if I'm not in doing records or anything, which I'll do a couple more for like Atlantic, but like pretty much if I'm not I can't say I'm an artist. I don't think it's fucking good for me to have endorsements if I'm not out on the road, you know. Gas. Yeah, I use 10 EVH 10s. The purple Strat, I'm never getting rid of that. Those are the two guitars. My white Kiesel and the purple Strat are together. They've probably been on close to 100 number ones, something like that. I don't even know, but I only wrote the music to some of that, and a lot of it got changed. So I don't even count it like that. So I don't even know. You have 8s on your Jackson? Yeah, I can't have. I'm big. Gene, you're a big guy. I don't know how you're playing fucking 8s. Yeah, I like 10s. Ola might give me one. You're going back to 9s. Small engine. As long as you name the album Big Tires. You know what you get with small engine, big tires. Nashville Nasties, bro. That's the band name right there. Oh, you play 10s in E flat? You're gonna get a Les Paul for your birthday? You could buy my R9 back there. I'll sell it to you for like 18. It's a Burst Brothers. All 9s tuned to D. Bought a guitar with 9s and played it a while. You lost my strength? Yeah. I don't know what pickups these are, but out of the Charvel, this sounds really good, man. What's the area code for Nashville? 1-800-999 Rick Beato. Just put Beato, the Beato code in there. Country punk, the Nashville Nasties. I'm telling you, that's a great idea. Yeah, these are Duncans. Yeah, I did a trade with Joe Wentz. Traded him my purple EVH. You like that, Gene? Nashville? Yeah, it's a cool name, right? So we came up with that the other day. We were coming like band names, mixing stuff together and genres. The Nashville Nasties, the new country punk band. You can't push it. Yeah, I love the Charvels. There's two plus that Jackson. I love them. Rick Beato. Hi. Did you hear what he said? Oh my, oh my. Rick Beato. Beato. 629 is nasties. 1492. And out of the blue came the Nashville Nasties. 1492. Out of the blue, your new country punk band, the Nashville Nasties. I should be a DJ. Look, you could do like the old stripper voice. On main stage, it's ecstasy. There's a guy that talks like that. He does a metal channel. It's the Dave and Bum show, and today on the... Do you know who I'm talking about? I'm like, bro, that shit went out in fucking the 90s. Thumbnail Faces. Oh my god, that's a great band name. The Thumbnail Faces. Les Paul, bro. You can't go wrong. I get probably 12, 15 Les Pauls. Mosh country. Yeah. It's the new genre. Yeah, I would fill in for Alex sometimes. Alex, because he works for Sullivan Big, so he would get busy like towards the end of the year with his big booking. Like he would go for 2 or 3 weeks. Like he had an area. Like he would call me, and Frankie would tell Alex, call Chris. He'll fill in because I already knew the songs and stuff. But I stopped doing that. I don't even remember. Probably around 95, 97, somewhere around there. It might have even went over. And I can't remember when Jizzy was in Rat. Then he hit somebody head on or something while he was in Rat, and he disappeared for a while. He was hanging out down here, and he would get up and we would do like 3 or 4 songs of Rat. And then the next thing I know, he was back in Quiet Riot or something later on. I don't know what happened. Sullivan Biggs. Big time entertainment. Sullivan's a hard ass. I don't know how Alex works for him. Sullivan's always been nice to me, but he's a hard ass. He's hard to work with. But I did check what you said. Alex is a yeah, he fucking ripped that name off. And I gotta call Robert because I know he talks to Rudy all the time. I'm gonna find out what Rudy thinks of that, because if anyone deserved that fucking name, it's Rudy. And they're sweethearts of a guy, so they wouldn't, like Rudy wouldn't go after him legally, but because Rudy and so I don't know if you guys know, but that Rudy and Robert Sarzo are from Miami. But when I went out and auditioned for Ozzy and stuff, Robert Sarzo was supposed to be the guitar player, Rudy Sarzo's brother. They were both in Ozzy. He was the shoe-in. Nobody talks about Robert. Robert's a great guitar player. One of the nicest fucking guys you'll ever meet. His wife as well. Rick beat. Oh no. Beat It Beato, Mr. Biggs. The Nashville Nimrods. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, what's up, Michael? Razor Front, Vandal Head. There was a band called Vandal from here. I forgot Eric's last name. He's in a band somewhere. Vandal, Eric. Hitting the hay. Not because you're bored. You got busy. Dude, Jupe, let me tell you something. I had such a busy fucking day tomorrow. My friend called me, who's a contractor. He's like, dude, can you come look at these doors? I put them in and I can't, they're not working. I'm like, yeah, I can come by and take a look and tell you how to fix them. And then I had to bring my uncle a bunch of stuff that they said he was out of. So I did that all tonight. I went to Walmart of all the fucking places, and then I brought all this stuff over. He was sleeping, so I didn't get to see him. I come home, and on my way home, he goes, "I got the doors to work." I everything that I was gonna do tomorrow, I did early, and then now I got nothing to do tomorrow. Could do a live stream, pick up the kid, do another live stream in the afternoon. I don't give a shit. Maybe I'll do an Andy Wood video. Pay my internet bill. Buy my Sir guitar that I don't even know what the price is. I think it's 25, 35, maybe $4,500. I gotta pay my internet bill. Yeah, I talked to Sullivan not long ago. He's so Dragon. Let me tell you a story. Okay, you guys are gonna hear a story. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this. I'm almost absolutely sure I will get in trouble. My buddy Eric, who worked for Great White, who is Jack Russell's personal manager, he manages and does a lot of stuff now. And he's great friends with them. He's the one that got Brett Carlisle singing. And he does a lot of shows. He was trying to help Great White out. So he booked like 50, 60 shows of Great White. And Sullivan caught wind, and he was like, he made him cancel all the shows, and Sullivan was gonna make a lot of money, and Sullivan was so mad. He said, "You cancel those fucking shows. That's my band, right?" So, so when I talked to Sullivan, I mentioned Eric, and he went quiet. But I've known Sullivan for a long time, so he's not going to trash anybody to me because he knows who I am, and I'm still with the labels, and I still consult with labels. I'm doing an AI deal with some labels. It'll come out later. Probably you guys will hear about a big AI deal in some record labels coming out. So, so I said to Sullivan, I go, what's wrong, bro? And he just still didn't say nothing. And he goes, "You know what he did to me?" I go, "Yeah, I'm just messing with you." I go, "Bro." And so what happened was I had to call him because I said, "Listen, you know I filled in with Rat, Quiet Riot, and all these bands and stuff. Is it okay if I say that and use that on flyers or whatever to help promote me?" And he said, "I don't care what you do. Just don't post their logo in pictures. So you can say the name, and I don't care. And I'm not gonna just you can use it, but just say it in your own way. Like if you write Rat, don't write the logo Rat like the way they write it. You know." So he was really good about that. You were taught in school Becker was the best guitar player. Yeah, I think he's one of the best guitar players. I mean, he was great. At his age, he was really good. Especially now, I don't know. There's a lot of fucking great guitar players out there. Lindsey Graham. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't know. I knew wanted Bobby. What Frankie blew a gasket over that. Carlos, and the reason why, you know why, right? Because Frankie sided with fucking Carlos that he wanted Rudy back in the band, but because Rudy went with Randy, Kevin was like, "Fuck you, I'm not playing with Rudy." So Carlos left, and when Carlos left, Frankie thought he was still shilled in, and he wanted Bobby. I didn't know you were supposed to. I didn't know that was the lineup. You, Rudy, and Bobby, because I knew you were going to be in Quiet Riot, but I didn't. I didn't know the lineup. Yeah, he stole the name. That should be Rudy's name. What do you say to people who hate tapping? Tap your feet, not your fingers. No. The Slinkies, the Nines, those are good too. The Nashville. What? I don't even know how you say that, bro. Yeah. Regina was. I can't say it. That's funny. I didn't know that was the line because I knew about Bobby because I knew Frankie sided with Carlos and they pushed for Rudy and Frank and Kevin was fucking hell bent. He went crazy. He was like fuck no, and Carlos didn't want nothing to do with it because I don't know. He wanted Rudy bad. Frankie was sided with Carlos. And then Frankie was out. He fucking had a shit fit, bro. Dude, I remember that. But I didn't know that you were gonna play with Bobby. Bobby's a fucking great drummer, bro. I would have loved to heard that. Yeah, there's a whole ton of underrated guitar players. What's that? Do you think history would have been different in the guitar world if Jason Becker? Nah, I don't think it'd be different because people already knew who he was and he already made his mark. That's the problem with guitar playing. You peak. Like I peaked years ago. I suck now. I mean, I know that you guys don't think so, but I was 10 times better. You know, Dragon could tell you when we were younger, we could fucking play like, and you know, now we're just good. You know, but there's so many guitar players that are surpassed us. You know, some of these young cats are getting really good. What's up, Endall? Yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah, Frankie never registered the name. So you know that Paul Shortino, that's why Paul Shortino was brought in because he had money to get the name from what was that producer's name? I know you know him. Was it Spencer that owned it? So Paul bought the name. Paul Shortino bought the name. You know that, right? I know you know that. That was the only reason why he fucking called Paul Shortino to do Quiet Riot 3 is to buy the fucking name back. And then Frankie had to pay him in installments. Broke ass. Oh, you suck, so you're inconsistent. I love tapping too. I just don't do it because everybody does it. Oh well, not everybody, but after Vita Brada and stuff like that. I mean, there's cool ways to tap too. I mean, you just have to kind of reinvent the tapping. Kiesel would endorse me? No, I tried to because I ended up with Kiesel later on. Oh really? So like, dude, did Kevin tell you about what? No, Kevin. Did Frankie tell you what happened, or was he out at the time? Because when he got Paul Shortino in the band, he didn't no one owned the name except for the producer. I forget his name, dude. Yeah, Paul Shortino bought the name, and that's how Frankie got it back. Yeah, that's the only reason why Shortino was in the band. Fucked up, right? That whole story is a fucking mess. There's some fucked up. It's like this Taylor Swift story. That whole thing's a fucking mess too. But like, if you take like other people's licks, like Dimebag, and this is a great thing, like to take licks and make them your own. So he would do that. So I liked the sound of that. So I started doing. stuff like that. So you take tapping stuff from other people. You can start tapping other people's licks. Yeah, Frankie was cool. He was just high strung. You get Frankie going, he wouldn't shut the fuck up. So like taking other people's like tapping. So you could do 2 fingers. I do it's octaves but 2 fingers. So you could take things and make them your own. Then you could add other fingers in, you know. Yeah. Tap chords, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, there's open mics down here. There's tons of them. Nick Barrett. I have to check him out too. Really? Yeah, it's like a double stop tap. Yeah. So here's what a lot of people don't understand. A few rails, Kevin. Kevin was insane on that shit, bro. So that's a chord. It's a 1 and a 5, like an E and a B. So with that in mind, this blues band. So I would do stuff like that. Oh, Dime loved fight. Yeah. Dime had great. So like he would take a pentatonic and knowing that you could play 1 up and 1 down, he would just do he would take Eddie's idea of the similar lick. So starting on an E minor pentatonic, he was just 1 below and he kept that same pattern all the way up. I'm gonna have to block this. My fat hands make you go out of sharp. Yeah, so it's here and here. So those are the chords. That's the chords I'm tapping. And then the octave up here. So there's all kinds of cool stuff you can do. Yeah, you can you're stealing that one. I got a bunch of tapping ones too, but like you know. So you're taking your finger off the string 1 at a time. there's all kinds of stuff you can do with that. I mean, again, you just gotta kind of think, what can I do different that no one's doing? Like, I'm sure no one's seen that before or heard something like that. If you saw me play live, you would have. I do tapping live. I do a lot of eight finger tapping and some of that stuff. I just don't show it here because it's hard for people to come up with tapping licks on their own. So here's a great tapping lesson. You have a G major arpeggio, right? Triad. G, E. So if you keep that minor third and you play through all your triads, with that concept, and then you take a G here. There's your G on this fifth string. You're just tapping the triad, so you're tapping the full chord, and that's what Eddie would do. So now you understand tapping. It's not done randomly. It's chords. Hide your pick. I mean, you could go. It could go on endless. I know you guys aren't used to hearing me do stuff like that, but it's like the Ingve stuff. I stay away from it. Yeah, tapping looks good live. Same thing with the dive bombs. I do it with this. My thumb. I pull off here. I also use this finger for scales. So if I'm playing, I might go. I might throw that in for a second. So I'll throw the harmonics in off of the scale. No, I improvise a lot. Now, if it's a staple solo, like Ain't Talking About Love, I play the solo. If it's Running with the Devil, I play the solo, because it's hard to cheat that, you know what I mean? It just goes with the song. But if I'm playing like... whatever you want to do. Slow the... What's that? Show them the ad pull-offs. Show them the try. Oh, I don't think they're ready for that, bro. What is it? Wow, holy shit, I missed a whole bunch. If I add the dominant seventh chord while I'm tapping, Tom will be... the add 9. So, like, even when you're tapping, like, there's certain things that you can do, like, you can even roll your fingers. So you can tap chords. So I may, if I'm solo, I may go... I'm so confused. Yeah, wah, and not only the wah, but you can do cool stuff with the pitch pedal, the Digitech, and a lot of it's rhythmical. Like Yeah, I seen Stanley Jordan. I made him nervous. All you fucking know is how to. It's late in the game. Yeah, but you're doing good, Gene, bro. You really are. I'm proud of you. I sat. I'll tell you a funny story about Stanley Jordan. So we had the Musicians Exchange, which was a jazz club. I used to go see Steve and the Dixie Dregs there all the time. But I knew him. I took lessons from him. I came in off a tour, and I had blonde hair, and I teased it out one night. Went with all my friends, and Stanley Jordan. You got to see this guy play. So we went there, and I had like these snakeskin boots, man. They had so much silver on them, the chains around them, the heel silver, the toe silver, straps going around that were metal. They were crazy looking. I had custom jackets back then that were like 4 or 5 grand back in the 80s. And I put my boots up on the stage because it was like a cafe with these little fucking tables. I sat back and I put my boots on the stage, and he came out and my feet were on the stage, and he looked down at me, and I had my arms crossed, and there was like 5 or 6 of us with this fucking hair, and he was like shaking. Like, I don't know what he thought, like we were gonna rob him or something. I was like, this he was young. He had to be like 18, 20. Yeah, I use all kinds of fingers for harmonics and stuff. Whether it's, the, the back of my hand. Same thing, if you dive bomb, don't forget you can come up with a harmonic. Or a sound like that. All the tricks when you're playing live, right? Dragon knows. You gotta you always you can't have dead air. You always gotta be doing something. Stuff like that even, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, you just gotta keep making noise. Dragon, I was telling about the story when I piss on Ingve's boots, hit the button south. It was an accident. Man, I never saw him get so mad. Oof. I was with Kenny, his guitar tech. That's a funny story. Not as good as the Patrick one. That's a pretty bass you got there in the corner. I don't know if can you see it? Which way? Oh, I gotta lean towards the purple. If I lean towards the purple, I get a nice Ibanez bass. I don't think you guys ever saw that. Let me see if I can grab it. It's a big bit. Big bit. But, a lot of that with the snap and pop. I mean, you just got to play around with stuff like that. You can play with the pig. Or you can play with your fingers. Whatever. It's a nice bass. It's an Ibanez. TM something. I don't even know. It's a cool bass. I should leave it out anyway. I gotta do a neck adjustment. Yeah, I pissed on Ingve's boots by accident. We were all at the Button South, and I was with Kenny with his guitar tech. And I had another friend, John Pierman, not Pearson on here, John Pierman. He was in a band called Champagne Theater, and he was on the other side of me, two over in the urinal. Ingve was next to me, and Kenny was over by the sink. And I was pissing, and he said, "Yeah." And John, and I turned, and then I pissed all over his boots by accident. And I was fucked up. And Ingve jumped back. He still had his dick in his hand. Jumped back, fuck. Then he started pissing all over everything. He's like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, he was so mad. And then he's standing there, and he pissed. And then he zipped his zipper. And he was like fucking irate. I swear to God, I thought he was going to make Kenny wipe. Because he had boots on. I thought he was going to make Kenny, like, him go, "You know, I'm the fucking maestro. Clean it, Kenny." I thought that was going to happen. It didn't happen, though. I ended up buying him a couple shots. Then he was fine. Yeah, he pissed on his boots. There was one guy. I'll tell you a story I did at the Button. I was dating a girl at this time, and this guy, she cheated on me with some dude. So she had left her car there, and I bought the car. And she had the T-tops off, and it was on the side of the Button South. I was fucked up. And so I pissed. The T-tops were off, so I pissed into the car all over the seats. Hey. All right, Dragon. Always a pleasure, bro. Yeah, man. We'll have to maybe do a Zoom video or something. Me and you. Go get your shine box, Kenny. Yeah. Dude, Kenny chased Ingve around a stadium one time. Kenny was a big motherfucker. You didn't fuck with Kenny, though. If Kenny got mad, you fucking ran. Because he wasn't fast. And if he grabbed you, you were fucking dead. Kenny was strong like a fucking ox. Patrick's bigger than me. Patrick's like 6'3", 6'4". Patrick told you. And Ingve is probably about the same as Patrick, 6'4". He'll tell you, you don't piss fucking Kenny off. Oh, really? After Eddie passed, you play bass? You pissed on my boots. Oh, great fucking punk country song. You pissed on my boots. Because you give love a bad name. You pissed on my boots. Because you give. Or you change the words. Or not you give love a bad name. Your love is a bad. I don't know. No, I didn't take no nap. I was sick. I did a lot of stuff, so I was up. You know, if I can get going, like my back's hurting now. I know it's 10:30. I don't even know how long I've been on. Since 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I probably should get to bed anyway. Because I know my kid's he's graduates. The ceremony's Friday. So I probably should get going soon. It's already 10:30. The stories are funny, though. You pissed on my boots. Somebody do an AI song, "You pissed on my boots." Does anyone got fucking Suno? I don't have any of that. Does anyone out there have Suno? Type in punk. You gotta put punk first. Punk country song called "You Pissed on My Boots." Somebody please do that. Deer Creek, you out there? One boot? He couldn't get his pants off because he couldn't get the boot off, so he slung his. Why couldn't he get the boot off? Didn't he wear socks? He sweated so bad it stuck to his foot. One boot. That sounds like some Pirates of the Caribbean shit. You're only 6'2"? That's tall as shit, bro. I shrunk. I actually shrunk. I was 6'1". I'm like 5'11" now. I got scoliosis and my back's fucked up. It's starting to bother me now. That's why I'm starting to fidget. He was hammered. Built like a bean, built like a beanpole. That's some funny shit, man. What is today? Wednesday? Let's see. So I just wanted to come on and tell everybody the news, but like I have so much fun with everybody. It's funny. No. Paul wears a baseball cap a lot and glasses. It's a pirate hat. Paul's a little Paul's a little out there. He's a nice guy, super nice guy though. All right, everybody, I'm gonna have to take off, man. I think maybe I don't know, maybe Friday night, maybe I'll do one or Sunday. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I just come on whenever. There's a free AI music site. What's it called? I should do it just for stupid songs. There you go. There's the name of the album, the punk country band What is it? The Nashville Nasties. Stupid songs. That could be the name of the album. San Auto. I'll check that out, man. Thanks. All right, everybody. Let me take off. I'm starting to feel some pain. I gotta go take my pills. I actually picked up new pills this night too. All right, Pawn Shop. It's always a pleasure. You guys make me laugh. You guys take my mind off of the shit that I go through. So again, you were 6'3". What happened? Your heels came off. No Saturday clash with Kayla. Oh yeah. So Kayla does every Saturday, and the Glam Hippie is at 12:30 on Fridays. So maybe I'll do Friday at 9 to 12:30, and then I'll watch Glam Hippie on Friday. Because I think Joe does Saturdays too. Man, I got no fucking life. I need a new hobby. Is bird watching a hobby? Binoculars? I'll film some birds. All right, everybody. Peace out. It's always a pleasure. This was a lot of fun. And Andy Wood, if you're listening, anytime you want to cut heads, I'll bring that fucking $350 fucking Fender Telecaster out to your $4,500, sir. All right, everybody. Peace out. And Tom Teabags, you can tell him I said so. And tell him I said welcome to whatever his boss tells him.